is my audience. Alright, most of you guys may know about movements of the civil rights era, like African American rights, Mexican American rights, and the women's lib movement. But if I had to guess, you don't know about the Transcendental Meditation movement, or TM for short. My mom and her family were part of this movement. Her dad was a minister in the TM church, and he and her focused on transcendental meditation. She started when she was 15 years old, and she went to college in Europe and taught there for 10 years. Transcendental meditation and its movement are about self-improvement through mindful meditation. I think this is important because we all want to be better versions of ourselves, and transcendental meditation is a way to do that. I want to talk to you about some of the ideas, history of the movement. The TM movement originated with Maharishi Mahesh Yoshi, and this started in the 50s and 60s, but the ideas that he pulled from date back to ancient Indian history. He created the TM training program that certified people to teach transcendental meditation, my mom being one of these people, and she was certified in Belgium in the 1970s. Anyone around 60 who went to college in America knows about the TM movement. It was practiced on college campuses, it was endorsed by celebrities, even the Beatles, who were influenced by Eastern religion, pulled from the TM movement. So it has a rich history, but it's a simple practice. It's meditating on a mantra, or a single word like Om is a mantra, for 20 minutes a day, twice a day. And the idea behind the movement was about moving away from capitalism and material possessions, and it was about trying to reach enlightenment, and they believed that people have insight about themselves and the world that transcends our outward perception. So I want to give you some more information on what TM is about. And the most pervasive thing my mom learned was the golden rule. And every religion has one, and it is to treat others the way you want to be treated. And she said that this was the most pervasive thing that she learned from TM. She cared about humanity and wanted to help others be more fulfilled and not force her will onto others. She believed that Americanized Christianity was about forcing your will onto others, and TM is about finding your own path and about helping others find theirs. TM is about self-improvement. We live in an anxious and fast-paced society where we have things that we need to be doing now, the next hour, next few hours, next week. This makes me feel anxious thinking about. But TM is about finding your inner calm, inner focus, and finding this all naturally. And there's a lot of emphasis on the inner. And that's the question that transcendentalists want to answer, is where is that inner and how do we get there? And they believe that transcendental meditation helps us get there. I mentioned enlightenment earlier, and what that means is that there's a calm, a transcendent part of the mind where there's unbound creativity and intelligence, and this is also known as a unified field of consciousness. And so that's a summary of the TM movement during the 60s. I talked to you about some of the ideas of the movement, history, and their practices. And when I chose a topic, I wanted to explain to you a movement you might not have known about before. So there are little hidden pieces of history that aren't written about much. And just like how you might not have known about the TM movement before I started talking, what other little pieces of history do we not know about? So these are my note cards.